Okay, so I thought I'd introduce you to this Yaris. This Yaris has regretfully failed its MOT. You can see this sill is not happy, and the reason it's failed here, that you can see that moving there. But the reason it's failed is this hole here. Oh, sorry, this hole here, wherever it is. So this is going to have to be patched. And my technique, you can see that I've cleaned this shiny bit here. So I'm going to plate this along here with a small 90-degree plate, weld along here, bend this over, and then weld the plate along here on the inside, and then bend it over and weld it back. And I've done this on this side. It's exactly the same problem. It had a hole here, and that's, you can't see that, but that's all nice and solid now. And this is the end result. So this is bent over this side. It's from this side bent over, and then from this side bent over. And I've got a long weld all the way along the inside there, right by here. And that's solid. That will be good for a good couple of years yet. So what I've done here, I've taken my CAD system, cardboard aided design, and this is the kind of shape that I want. There's a little bit of overlap there, maybe 10mm or so of overlap, and the idea is that I will fold that 10mm of overlap back over here, and that'll form a nice strong seal. And then when I weld this angle in, I'll weld it in on there. So on the menu today, chorizo and patatas, or as we say in Britain, chorizo and potatoes. And I think that's an Aldi pizza. Oh yeah, Aldi pizza. Other pizzas are available. So this is a piece of steel. It's quite thin. It's only, I don't know, 1/2 mil thick or something. And I've laid this on here. You see this little gap here. What my intention to do, and I've just thought of this as I'm making this, is to, if I bend that through 90 degrees, it can weld on in a easier place. So I've drawn that out, and in a moment I'm going to cut that with a grinder, rub all this rust off it, and then weld it in place. Okay, I don't know whether you can see this. I've cut this into a strip, and I bent the top piece over, so it looks like that. And now this kind of fits up there, like that. And you look at that and you go, "Ooh, not too bad, not too bad." And now I can weld this along this good edge here. There'll be plenty of material to weld there. That's an easy weld now. So I have it clamped into position, and it's not fitting terribly well. You can see that there's quite a big gap there, but that's absolutely fine. There's no big deal on this. So what I'll do, I'll tack it on the end where it touches basically, and then I'll beat it into position. And this is mild steel, so mild steel is really great. It can really take a beating, and it's flexible and malleable and all those other things that we really want. It's fabulous material. So you can see I've just tacked this in literally where it touches, and I've started beating this into shape, and I've literally done that with a big lump hammer and a chisel. And as I weld across here, I'll beat this into shape a little bit more so that I close the gap as much as possible. The closer the gap, the easier it is to weld. It's not going to be possible to weld something like that. You can see I've just tacked it on the end there, and that'll just beat into place, no problem at all. And again, this is a really poor quality weld, but it's good enough for what it does. I've also done a tiny little weld there, and I think that'll probably have to be cut out. But you can see this little lip now, and that's the lip that I'm intending to roll over to form the seal. To form the sill rather. Well, that's all come in quite nice. Okay, so I wanted to show you what we've done there. So first of all, we've done that line of weld all the way along there to the end. Doesn't look too terrible. And then we've bent that edge over the remaining sill there. Okay, so we're going to do this later, but for now, that's it. Okay, so in your absence, I was been looking at this, and there's nothing to bend that round. That's just collapsing as I'm bending that round, and it's especially difficult just on this bit here because there's nothing to support it. So, since this has to be repaired anyway, I thought that I might do this. So I've cleaned this up, and you can see that's all, well, it's all relatively shiny. And I've used one of these little vibro tools for this, and this is really good. It's you wouldn't use it in preference to a grinder, but it's okay. And what have I done with it? I've made this complex little shape up. And the idea is that drops in there, something like that, and I can weld that in place. So I'm going to do that now. And yeah. Not gone too terrible. That's welded in there. I'm starting to take the shape of the wheel arch liner. And you know, there's still plenty to do. But that's starting to look reasonable. So what I've decided to do now is to tackle this big ugly bit, and I've ground it back quite a long way there. This is quite a long way back from where we have been looking to weld, right up to here. This looks solid here, so I'm going to weld a patch from here all the way round here, so in there and all the way around, in there all the way around. So the first thing to do is get the old trusty cardboard out again. You can see, this is not really the best, is it? Okay, so when you've been gone, I've been concentrating on this, and I have made one of these, and this fits in there like that, and this does fit a bit where it touches, but that's okay. We'll tack it in various places, and then we can weld it in a bit more, with a bit more security. So I'm going to set you up so that you can watch that, and off to go. Okay, so this didn't go as well as it might have done. You can see this weld here is a bit rough. It's not terrible, but it's a bit rough, and just by here there was a small pinhole, so I blew through a hole there, and that didn't go very well either. But yeah, it's as I would say to my fitter, it's a bit chicken shit, but it's okay. So I get a lighter moment, and you can see that I've bent that all the way around there and welded that in. There's a big blinking hole there again, so I filled that in and welded that back in, and that's pretty damn good now. Up to there, that'll take the weight of the car. If you jack it up on there, it'll be absolutely fine, and this rest of it now should be fairly straightforward patching now. So yeah, it's you can see it's definitely looking a bit worse for wear, isn't it? But we'll weld it and it'll be fine and life will be good. But it's gone 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening now, so I've had enough. So I'm going home. I'm going to get some tea, because we all like tea, and I haven't had much tea today. So yeah, that's decent progress. Oh, morning. So it's 7 AM and oh my goodness. So when you were sleeping, I made one of these. So this is just a straightforward angle section, and the idea is that that goes up there like so. And if I can get my eyes working, I will weld that in place. Ooh, dear me, 7 o'clock is not a good time. Right, I'm going to set you up and we'll weld that. So I don't know whether you can see. It's not the best welding in the whole entire world. But then I am not the best welder in the whole entire world. So it's much better on the inside there. That's quite tidy. And that'll be nice and strong. So we got 2 good lines of weld in there. That's great, that'll be fine. So we might tidy that up with a grinder. That's not something you're going to see from the outside anyway, but we might tidy it up just for pride's sake. Oh, we might not. We'll see. So the original problem was this hole here. So all this really is just prep work, because now we can put that in there like so, weld it in place, and then just beat it to close that gap and weld it in place there. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and just to finish off, I tidied this weld up a little bit. There were a couple of pinholes in it. Welded it on the end. Welded that seam. Welded that plate in. Just finished the weld off by here. And that's all very MOT-able now with that. That'll pass an MOT, no trouble. And we'll just finish off with a bit of paint, a bit of body seal, and we'll be good. So we're just finishing this off now with some seam seal, which is the most amazing stuff in the whole entire world. And that will gradually go hard. And boom, away to go. Once that's gone hard, like what it has done on this side, we'll give it we'll spray can it with Schultz body under seal, and we can go for a verdict on the MOT. It's all a bit crusty there, and it's still, oh, that's the old seam seal, see, but it's solid enough there.